Hello again. Something which is at first sight puzzling is the way in which any talk of diversity or inclusion always seems to end up with images of black people, rather than those from South or East Asia. Across Britain, only about 3% of the population are of African or Caribbean origin, but it is upon that 3% that the focus always lies. Why should this be? After all, 3% of Manchester's population are of Chinese origin, but they seldom seem to feature in any campaigns to increase diversity. Chinese people have in the past suffered just as much discrimination as black people, and what's more, have been established in this country for many years. Limehouse, down by the London docks, was home to Chinatown over 200 years ago, and Liverpool had an even larger Chinese quarter. Yet, strangely enough, people only seem to be interested in proving the existence of black people in Britain in the past, rather than Chinese people or those from South Asia, of whom there were also quite a few in the 19th and early 20th centuries. We often see attempts to prove that black people have lived in Britain long before the arrival of the Empire Windrush in 1948, but seldom hear about the Chinese and Indians who were also living in the country before the 20th century. All efforts are directed solely in the direction of Africans and Caribbeans. We see a lot about Mary Seacole and John Blank, the famous 16th century trumpeter. But has anybody seen similar attention paid to Chinese scholars working in Britain hundreds of years ago? The thumbnail to this video shows Shen Fu-tsang, a Chinese man at the court of King James II in the late 17th century. He catalogued books at the Bodleian Library. Has anybody watching this ever seen his picture before? If he had been black, it would have been appearing every year during Black History Month. This is only a brief video, and the question I am posing and hope to answer in the second video of the day is this. Why do we only see and hear about black people in Britain's history? Why is it that we have all seen pictures of Mary Seacole and John Blank, the black trumpeter, but that nobody has ever seen a picture of Shen Fu-tsang? Why does diversity focus only upon black people and not Tamils, Gujaratis, Chinese and Malays?